Ladies and gentlemen, this is the new Nokia Lumia 1520. We have boosted the Lumia design to a large 6-inch screen. It is the clearest and sharpest display experience that Nokia has ever delivered. That's because for the first time, we are giving people a display that delivers a full 1080p high-definition video experience. Colors are rich and true, which brings more depth to images and more excitement to gaming and videos. We've also extended the traditional and very popular Lumia industrial design to this larger display. You see those same gentle curves, and it feels so beautiful in your hand. And actually, the black version of the Lumia 1520 is made from recycled polycarbonate, so it's not only beautiful, but it's an environmentally responsible design. Now, I'd like to invite Prima Sung on stage to join me. Prima is the product marketing manager for the Lumia 1520.
Hi, Stephen.
Welcome, Prima.
Thank you.
Welcome. Now, you're going to see some great images and experiences projected on the screen behind us. Unfortunately, there's technical limitations, so it doesn't look quite the same there as it does in full beauty right on the screen in front of Prima. So make sure you check out the demo experiences later on today. Now, first of all, as you can see, we've collaborated with Microsoft on extending the design of the user interface. For the first time, we've added a new third column of live tiles. This means you can get to your favorite content faster and with less scrolling. There's much more room for people who like lots of tiles, which seems to be your predisposition here. And I love the fact that we can have a large number of larger tiles, which I like in particular because I can get more raw information showing up on the screen. We're the first ones to introduce this 3-column capability on a 6-inch display. Now, in addition to innovating on the 6-inch screen, we continue to innovate on imaging. The Lumia 1520 delivers a brilliant imaging experience because we've added the latest and most advanced camera innovations to this device. We have put a new 20-megapixel PureView camera inside. It has enhanced sensor technology, and it has optical image stabilization for great low-light photography. It also has the latest in oversampling technology to capture more details in every picture we take. Now, we're also introducing a new application called Nokia Camera. We have combined a lot of what you saw in the Lumia 1020, that being the Smart, Pro, and Video modes, to create the world's best camera user interface, which we simply call Nokia Camera. Great name. Now, this is an easy way to capture the best pictures with the settings you like. So let's take a look.
Sure. Let's go ahead and switch to my phone over here. So I'm going to go ahead and launch the Nokia Camera application. Now, you can see over here on the right-hand side, there are 3 different icons. The Nokia Camera brings together 3 different camera modes. So you can see on the right, 3 different icons, so I can easily toggle to different camera modes quickly. So right now we're in the camera mode, and I'm just going to tap on the bottom, which takes me straight to the smart mode. Now in smart mode, you can take a burst of images, and you can later on decide whether you want to remove unwanted objects, or if you want to change faces, or if you want to create a sequence of motion. Now let me toggle one more time, and that takes me to the video mode. And let's come back to the camera mode. So now, for those people who want easy access, quick and easy access to the most frequently used settings, we've added on the top of the viewfinder quick access. So on the top, you set A here, which is on auto mode. If I give it one tap over here, it takes you to the night mode, which is optimized for low light conditions. If I go ahead and tap one more time, it takes me to the sports mode, which is then optimized for quick actions like a football match. Thank you. Quick and
like sports mode?
Yeah, apparently. Now, we also appreciate that there are people who want to have more controls over their image qualities and settings. So we have added and bring back the familiar Pro Camera UI, which we have introduced with the Lumia 1020. Here you can see all the settings. If I'm going to go ahead and tap on the camera icon and slide out, so you'll be able to see all the settings directly in front of the viewfinder. And I'll be able to adjust the settings and see the changes directly there as well. So let me go ahead and demonstrate to you how do I change focus, for example. Now in front of me I have a statue over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and slide up. And as you can see, the focus right now is on the foreground. If I continue to slide up, so you can see right in front of the viewfinder before I capture the photo, that the focus has shifted to the background.
Very cool.
Yeah, so now let me put everything into practice and take a photo and show you how everything works. All right, let me put it back to auto. Now I'm going to go ahead and zoom in to, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. And I'm going to go ahead and tap to focus and take a photo. Now the wonderful thing is that I have zoomed in while I was taking the photo. But at any point of time, I can simply double tap and go back to the full resolution. And with that, I'm able to go ahead and reframe to show a different side of story. This looks quite nice, the framing. Or I can choose to focus on perhaps the camel. I can do all of this from one single high resolution. Now this is really making photo taking fun and easy for people.
Very cool. That ability to zoom, preserved in the PureView 20 megapixel camera here. Very cool. Now, you've been focusing on the technical side of the photos, but people love to share the emotional aspect of the photos as well. So we recently encouraged our HERE location-based services team to work with our PureView imaging team to think about what the next step could be in their collaborative work. And together, they've created something entirely new for our Lumia products. I'd like to introduce you to a new experience called Nokia Storyteller. Storyteller is a new application from Nokia that automatically integrates your pictures and videos with HERE location-based information in order to create a chronological journey of your story. No more file folders and complex file names. We all have stories to tell, and we believe stories are made even better on a large display smartphone, as we're about to show you. So Prima and I went on a little photo shoot. We happened to be in Paris for this, so why don't we show this and test out Storyteller?
Sure. Let's switch back to my phone over here. So now, I'm already in the Nokia Storyteller application, and it has already automatically created a story based on the photos that I've taken with Stephen. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. I'm going to tap on the cover photo. It takes me straight to the story. Now, we started pretty early in the morning. I think it was 7 a.m. local time. And one of the things that I really like about the Storyteller is that it truly brings your photos to life. It automatically plays animated photos like cinemagraph. And I have an example here, so I'm going to show you. Well, this is of Stephen taking a selfie of himself. Quite fun. And it also automatically plays smart photos like an action shot. I also have an example for you. What you just saw is that the Storyteller plays out the sequence of the motions. And what happens here is that I was walking behind a tree and Stephen magically appears from out of nowhere. The idea is that you should really be able to be creative and have fun with your photos. Now, there's another thing that I really love about the Storyteller. Is that at any point of time, I know exactly where the photo was taken. And I can do so simply by zooming out on the photo.
Isn't that cool? Very cool.
Thank you. You can see exactly where this photo is taken on the HERE maps. We were actually at the very busy intersections of Champs-Élysées. There were traffics coming left, right, and center, and Stephen almost got ran over by a car.
But I got the picture.
Yes, he got the picture, but he almost got ran over by a car. And speaking of traffic and loud noises, we have added rich recording with 4 microphones to the Lumia 1520. And with that, there are great benefits that I want to show you. To do that, we left the busy traffic of Paris behind us, and we moved to the park to the right. So now, let's show you this. With 4 microphones, not only can you capture crystal clear audios, but you can also capture directional stereo audio. So take a listen.
E.
Very cool.
What you just saw was I was standing right in the middle as the musician was walking around me. You could hear how clearly the 4 microphones captured the audio from different directions as he was going to my left, to my back, and coming back all to the right. Now this is really taking video capture to a completely new level. Now after that, we were just kind of wandering around the busy streets of Paris, wondering where we should go next. Well, I can just pinch zoom back out and see where I was on the map. And you see there are these little black bubbles on the maps. They are actually points of interest. With deep integration with the Here Maps database, we're able to pull points of interest from the back-end database. And let's try. I'm going to go ahead and tap open this one on the bottom. Right here. It's the Louvre Museum. We just realized the Louvre Museum is just right around the corner. So as you scroll up, you'll be able to find contact information, directions, opening hours, pictures, and user reviews, all directly from Storyteller. And what it helps you to do that is that you can have a much richer and much more interactive experience, not only when you're capturing those photos, but also afterwards when you're sharing that with your family and friends. So after that, we decided to move over to the Louvre and then take some more pictures of the beautiful monuments around that. And then we came around this bridge just around the corner. They were just full of locks, so many locks on the bridge. Do you know why people put locks on the bridge? I'll tell you.
Look at that imaging. Look at that. It's beautiful.
Well, legend has it that if a couple put their names on the lock, they would stay together forever. Now, isn't that lovely? Oh, I know, I was hoping for that. And I love these images, so I want to save and share them. With a 32 gigabyte internal memory and expandable memory card slots of up to 64 gigabytes, I can store them on the device, and I can also share them really easily to my favorite social networks. For example, I can share videos in a new way. For the first time, Triptavine is coming to Windows Phone 8. So that means people can now capture, create, and share short looping videos on Triptavine. Now that's pretty awesome.
That is awesome. And I'm also very excited to share that later this year, you can post these same great images to Instagram. We and the team at Microsoft have been working very closely with the Instagram team to bring their application to the Windows Phone ecosystem. Instagram will be available on Windows Phone in the coming weeks, so we're very excited about that. Now, these are examples of some of the images that Prima and I took, but you know what, we're not the pros in this, so we wanted to actually put Storyteller to a real test. So we invited a professional. We invited Stephen Alvarez, who has been a National Geographic photographer since 1995, and we asked him to take Storyteller on one of his adventures here in Abu Dhabi. I'd like to invite Stephen Alvarez to join us up here on stage. Please welcome.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you. For over a decade, I've had the privilege of traveling the globe for National Geographic magazine and telling visual stories. But we're all storytellers. Stories are how we give meaning to our lives. Increasingly, it's the mobile phone